I want to speak about some of the hidden traits of some of the most successful people and entrepreneurs. And learning to implement these traits and improving on them will allow you to achieve great things, whether you think that you have, let's say, the capability or not, right? The first trait I want to speak about is the hunter trait. Early humans used to hunt to eat, obviously so, right? But evidence shows that weapons such as spears and arrows were only invented around 500,000 years ago. So how were humans able to hunt before? We were able to hunt before via persistent hunting, right? This is basically you would isolate an animal from the pack and then you would just run after it for a very long time, right? And most four-legged animals cannot pant, like breathe heavily and run at the same time and don't have as many sweat glands as humans. So the animal, after being chased after many hours, would just lose the battle of nutrition, and then the human would come and easily kill it. The most successful business people that I know and stories of billionaires show that they continuously chase after their goals for extended periods of time, right? Whether their goal is market share for a certain industry or just innovation for a new product, they continuously do it for a long time. And I want to frame it in the sense of viewing it from the hunter perspective rather than not giving up, because many people can hang on, but few people can continuously climb, right? Few people can continuously learn, can continuously fight for their goals with intense vigor. And this trait, this ability, is what's going to allow you, to consistently reach whatever your goals are, no matter how far or big you think they might seem. The hunter trait will lead you to success because as you stay in the game, you will continuously learn and grow, right? For example, the entrepreneurial journey, in the beginning, you're going to learn about marketing, sales, product development, management, leadership, operations, and system building, right? But then as you stay, you're going to also get better at these skills. And that's also how you frame the situation is going to define a lot of how you operate in that situation. So when it comes to goals, let's say you set a goal and in the beginning you think that, okay, this is going to be something that I can achieve. But the more and more you chase the goal, the further and further you realize that it is away from your current standpoint. Again, when you view it in terms of the hunting process of, you might be like, okay, we're going to chase this whatever animal, right? And then again, it is optimized for short sprints where you are optimized as a human for long-term running, right? So again, in that beginning part, it might go so far ahead of you and you might not even be able to actively see it anymore. But by continuously running and just being like, okay, it's probably in this direction, and just having that. And as well, sometimes you might be lost, right? For example, in the entrepreneurial journey, just understanding that's going to be part of the game, and then continuously running, continuously heading in that direction, right? You will eventually start to see your goals come closer and closer and closer and closer, but over a long period of time. And the reason with the hunter trait, I think it's also hidden, is that maybe you might see someone in your industry and you might be like, their product isn't even better than mine, right? They aren't even as smart of a person than I am. But it doesn't matter as well. Like the industry, the market doesn't care, right? If that person has continuously chased after that goal for extended periods of time and developed that skill set, whether you think that they're smart enough or not, they're going to get those rewards. And that's also whether you think that you aren't capable or not. If you consistently chase at your goals for a long period of time with intense vigor of just consistently sprinting, right? Just that whole thing of not necessarily never giving up, but not even never stopping, continuously pushing through, you will achieve your goals, right? And whether you never thought that you were smart, whether that you never thought that you were a smart learner, whether that you think you have a lack of ability, you will continuously be able to achieve great things if you just go for the long run. The next hidden trait of successful people is the hedgehog trait, right? Isaiah Berlin has an essay about hedgehogs and foxes, with hedgehogs understanding one idea, one really huge big idea, in like very well, and they can simplify it and explain it to a lot of people. And then the fox understanding many complex ideas, but in the highest form of complexity, right? Like they know it, but they don't grasp it in a way that they can just simplify it and understand it proficiently, right? And some of the most successful people and entrepreneurs in the world, most of them have this hedgehog trait of they have one thing that they're really, really, really good at that is almost unique towards them, and they use it to beat people who try to learn, many common skills and try to be good at a lot of things. They are like, I'm going to be really good at this one thing, I'm going to be great at this one thing, right? Though I think that in terms of discovering what is that one thing that you should be really good at, right, it's going to take time and experimentation, right? And through continuous experimentation, through continuous testing, you're going to find the one idea that you should pursue and develop, right? And if you have a wide skill set, I think you should just think of to yourself, right, what is something that I've been naturally good at, had a natural affinity towards, it came to me necessarily easier, or what is something that I was extremely passionate about and I feel like I could just didn't feel like work to me, it felt really light, even though maybe sometimes there were some things that I had to push through, or there was a lack of understanding, right, or a barrier or something you felt that you couldn't do, but you could just continuously work through that, right? And if you haven't developed a wide skill set, I would suggest maybe testing out a couple of things that you are sure that you could definitively do for a long period of time and are extremely passionate about, right? And then again, getting to the point where you burn the boats. You stop playing around with other ideas and experimenting, and you pursue this one idea, fully, right? And again, I feel like this is closely related to the, hunter trait, in terms of, again, it's that whole thing of you isolate from the pack, the one animal you're going to chase. And then again, in terms of that, you must also isolate what one idea you're going to pursue, right? Because again, I feel like you're going to get to a certain point in your entrepreneurial journey where there's going to be multiple offers on your desk and continuously new things. And that's also like not even entrepreneur, right? In your career, if you're really good at like and proficient, right, like you're going to get job offers from different companies. You may be looking for the same type of person, but maybe in different industries, and they're going to continuously come to you. So you need to like sit and think, what is one thing that I can do for the rest of my life? What is one area that I can do for the rest of my life and become really, really, really great at, right? And these are the hidden traits, some of the hidden traits of the most successful people and entrepreneurs. And I think again that when it comes to identifying traits like this, you need to also the 80-20% rule, right? What are the 20% of traits that lead to 80% of success? And most of the time, again, it's opaque things, right? As they say, it's opaque things. It's not gonna be super shiny, but when you have it and you use it, you will be able to find that leverage, right? And continuously use it. And that's also, again, I feel like with these traits, these are things everybody can implement rather than things that are unique to certain people. And that's also why I'm like, I don't know if you've ever felt like that, right? Like you see someone in your industry, maybe in your career path, that is very far ahead of you and you can't really grasp or understand what makes them extremely different. It isn't necessarily something that makes them extremely different. It's like opaque traits like these, hidden traits like these, that will allow them to continuously evolve, continuously grow, continuously become better, and just be at almost like that number one or that high position in the industry. But yeah, I just wanted to speak about these traits. Thank you for watching.